Guys, this story is just not going away. We've done it literally every day this week. It's the Strictly scandal. Well, I'm calling it the Strictly scandal. I'm bigging it up to be more of a drama than it actually is. But Strictly Come Dancing continues to be the story in the papers today. And now, apparently, there's footage of ex-pro James Jordan that's resurfaced, and I say resurfaced. So it's been out there showing him throwing a chair and telling his partner he will drag her across the floor. Footage he says was heavily edited and made for entertainment. Now, Vanessa, I know you've worked with James. I love James. I get on really well with him. What was your experience working with him?
James Jordan was my professional partner on Strictly. And he could not have been more courteous, more patient.
Yeah.
I really am too left-footed, I really am. And every step that he taught me was a complete nightmare for him and an absolute revelation for me. But he was cheerful and chirpy and encouraging. And at times I actually marvelled at his patience, because if I'd been him, I would have said, oh, Vanessa, for God's sake, come on, you know, come on. But he didn't. He was really delightful. But I do want to say one thing about Strictly, because I'm not sure everyone gets this, really. When I got there, I was absolutely amazed to find that they film every single minute of rehearsals.
Yeah.
True?
Yeah.
Every single second. And I kept thinking, God, this is so expensive for them to have a camera crew there for all of every rehearsal.
No, I'm going to interrupt you there, because there was some days for me, it was just me and Ali Ash.
Oh, for me,
so
they always had a
maybe 1 or
cameraman.
2 days a week, it was just me and Ali Ash, and they'd say, oh, we're not filming today.
Oh.
So every single week, there was maybe 1 day where it was just me and Ali Ash.
I think they were, when I did it, maybe they had more money in 2013. I don't know. When I did it, yeah, maybe. When I did it, I seem to remember there was a camera crew there all of the time. And therefore, I was going to say that I don't think anyone could get away with anything that wasn't on film. And therefore, you know, the bosses would have known what was going on because it was all filmed.
We should mention this was 18 years ago, this video's come back. And at what point do we stop resurfacing stuff from before?
And also the context of the video was that it was put together for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
Now, let's be clear, there's never circumstances when you want to detract from someone's personal characteristics or anything, but the reality is that it was for entertainment, and the difficulty we have now is that 2 and 2 is making 5 and everything's compounding into 1. Let's remember, at the heart of this is an entertainment show that millions and millions of people have watched and enjoyed, but also you have people who have rightly come out and said, my experience wasn't great. We've got to respect that. But I think what you have at the senior executive level of the BBC, they're trying to put in safeguarding procedures to make sure we can keep the entertainment element and make sure that people can enjoy a Saturday evening piece of television that is positive and where young and old people can come together.
I wonder whether it's all got a bit too serious. You know, it's got so high stakes, it's got so incredibly
it's not fun anymore.
Intense. You know, there have been people who have been dancing all their lives and people who professionally dance on the stage in the West End and they're contestants, and therefore the standard is so ramped up. You remember the very first year when Natasha Kaplinsky won it, and it was a much more kind of gentle affair. It's got very, very intense,
You're not
hasn't
the
it?
first person to say that
Yeah.
this week. It's interesting. James said on social media, for those of you who've seen the edited BBC VT of me training with Georgina 18 years ago, I wanted to reassure you that footage was shot and edited together by the BBC team for transmission on It Takes Two 18 years ago in specific ways for the purposes of entertainment. I mean, do you think... I mean, is it done now? Do you think, like, it feels like we've been talking about it every day. Do you think the story now just kind of needs to move on?
Please, go ahead.
I mean, I think, you know, 14 million people love the programme.
Yes.
They absolutely live, eat and breathe Strictly, and what they want from it is to be wafted off on a beautiful cloud of escapism and sequins and fake tan and you know, a glitter ball and lovely music that's live and, you know, 2 beautiful presenters who actually do like each other and genuinely get on in real life and just feel the loveliness of it. I don't think anybody wants to feel, you know, some kind of nasty, malign influence coming from it. So I'm hoping that it can just move on because, you know, the countdown to Christmas wouldn't feel the same without Strictly, would it?
Also, I've said it a few times this week, like, everywhere, any workplace, it doesn't matter if it's a TV show, if it's an office, or you know this, you evolve. Right? You learn from your mistakes and you evolve. You don't need to cancel the whole thing. The BBC has said, whilst we never comment on individual cases, it's well known the BBC has established a robust duty of care procedures. If issues are raised, we take them seriously and act as swiftly as appropriate. They can't do much more than that.
No, they're doing all they can, I think. But the reality is that it's good that people feel comfortable enough to say they have been uncomfortable and the BBC are acting accordingly to try to sort it out.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.